Friends, Hari Prasad is back with another lecture on soft skills. Topic is role of senses in acquiring powerful states required for desired behavioral outputs. Nice topic it is. A state is the sum of the millions of neurological processes happening within us. Neurological processes happening within us. We can't measure them. That is the state. Our behavior is always the result of state we are in. In whatever state we are in, our behavior also will be like that only. States may change as per our internal representation and changing physiology. States of us will change as per our internal thought process, changing physiology, internal representation. We structure our internal representation through our five senses. How we structure our internal representation? Through our five senses. We have five senses. One is the sight, that is visual. Second one is the sound, that is auditory. Third one is touch, that is kinesthetic. Fourth one is taste, that is gustatory. Fifth one is smell, that is olfactory. Acquire good command over senses. If you acquire good command over all your five senses, what are the five senses? Visual, auditory, kinesthetic, gustatory and olfactory. If you acquire command over your five senses, then your state will be different. Your state of being will be different. Acquire all good command over your senses. Our behavior is the result of the state we are in. In whatever state we are in, our behavior also will be like that only. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. People living in glass houses should not throw stones, because somebody may throw stone at his glass house also. Take charge of our states and our behaviors. Let us take charge of our states and behaviors. A state in which you are happy, you are sure of success, your body is crackling with energy, your mind is alive. What state you should be? I should be. I should be happy, you should be happy. You are sure of success, I should be sure of success. Our body should be crackling with energy and mind should be alive. If we are in that state, then we can achieve whatever we think, whatever we feel. Power of states. Our states are there inside, our states. The ways how we live, our states. Let us see the power of states. Two main components of state. One, our internal representations. Two, condition and use of our physiology. How and what you picture things, and what and how you say things to yourself about the situation at hand create the state you are in, and thus the kinds of behavior you produce. You only tell yourself how you picture your things, in your mind, and how you say about things in your mind. So that is all your state. Example I am giving. How do you treat your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend when he or she comes later than promised? How do you treat? Your behavior depends on the state you are in when your loved one returns. When your loved one returns late or on time or before, in whatever state your brain is, as per that the dialogues come from your mouth. Your state to a large degree will be determined by what you have been representing in your mind as the reason for the delay. When you are delayed, what you do? You search for some reason. Your state, whatever state the brain is, that reason your mouth speaks. If for hours you had been picturizing this person you care about in an accident or hospitalized, as the person walks in the door, you may greet him or her with tears or a sigh of relief or a big hug and a question of what happened. So you are picturing, you are imagining that he might have met with accident or something untoward thing happened. Then when he comes to your door, what happened? You will ask. So that means your state of mind is like that. That is why you are asking him such question. He will take aback. He will be surprised. These behaviors spring from a state of concern. Instead, if you pictured your loved one having a clandestine affair, or if you told yourself over and over that this person is late simply because he or she doesn't care about your time or feelings, then when your loved one arrives home, you will give him or a different reception as a result of your state. Okay, your mind state is something different. You are feeling your girlfriend or somebody you loved coming late, or you are thinking something. What you think, what your state is there when you think something. So that statement will come from your mouth. That is what state is. For example, for Anita, she feels she will be in a state that somebody came. So the same dialogue comes from her mouth. She has to stop it. A state of angry or a whole new set of behaviors result. Important factor how we perceive and represent the world is condition and our pattern of use of our own physiology. Things like muscle tension, what we eat, what we breathe, our posture, our overall level of biochemical functioning all have a huge impact on our state. Internal representation and physiology work together in a cybernetic loop. Anything that affects one will automatically affect the other. So, changing states involve changing internal representation and changing physiology. If you are asked to perform a fire walk, it is doubtful you would get up and do it. It is not something you believe you can do. Your state of mind says, no, don't do fire walk. You may not have associated states with that task. So, when we speak of it, we would probably not go into a state that would support us in taking that action. Modalities and sub-modalities. Whatever experience we store in our mind is represented through three major modalities. Modality 1, visual. Modality 2, auditory. Modality 3, kinesthetic. Through these three messages, we exhibit ourselves. We can change about our internal representation. Our internal representation we can change if we want. We change whatever we represent. example, if we imagine worst possible scenario, we can change to picturing the best possible scenario. See that? If we imagine worst possible scenario, we can change that worst possible scenario to picturing the best possible scenario. It all depends on our state of mind. Many of us have certain keys within our mind that trigger our brain to respond in a particular way. Example, some people find that picturing something as being very, very large motivates them greatly. Other people find that the tone of voice they use when they talk to themselves about something makes a major difference in their motivation. That is where our submodalities come in. Almost all of us have certain key submodalities that trigger immediate responses within us. Once we discover the different ways we represent things and how they affect us, we can take charge of our own mind and begin to represent things in a way that empowers rather than limit us. Mastering the behavior. Understand concept of associated and disassociated image. An associated image is one you experience as if you are really there. You see it through your own eyes. You hear and feel what you would if you were actually at that place and time in your own body. A dissociated image is one you experience as if you are watching it from outside yourself. If you see a disassociated image of yourself, it is like watching a movie of yourself. Film director changes cinema angle and directs film. You can direct your brain in the same way to generate any state or behavior that supports your highest goal. Just think of a pleasant memory, recent or distant. Just close your eyes, relax and think of it. Now take that image and make it brighter and brighter. As the image brightens, be aware of how your state changes. Next, you bring the mental picture closer to you. Now stop and make it bigger. What happens when you manipulate the image? It changes the intensity of the experience, doesn't it? It increases the power and pleasure of the internal representation. It puts you in a much more powerful, more joyous state. This I used to do in my brain exercises. Kinesthetic means feel. Before closing the episode, I will give you 3 rules for success. 1. Trust your brain. 2. Trust yourself. 3. Trust Hari Prasad. You become winner in life. Thank you. Carpe diem.